I can confirm that this is the original timeline.
Hello everyone, this is Harley from Animation Galaxy, here to bring you another theory. And this time around, we'll be diving into Ben 10. So let's get into the Omniverse and see what we can come up with. It all started when an alien device did what it did, stuck itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's a kid, just wants to have fun. When you need a superhero, he definitely gets the job done. It's none other than Ben Tennyson, the shape-shifting alien superhero who has saved the entire universe at least a good number of times. He's the hero we always wanted, not the one we deserved. Over the course of his new career as a hero, he's taken down Vilgax the Conqueror, instilled peace with the Hybrid, bested Dagon the Destroyer, and managed to bring about the end to the Time War. If I do say so myself, these are some pretty big accomplishments for a 16-year-old. But what if I told you that all of these acts of great heroism are actually not the acts of the true Ben Tennyson? What if I told you that the Ben 10 that we have gotten to know for these 10 years is not the true Ben Tennyson?
I can confirm that this is the original timeline.
Oh, Professor, how could you lie to us for so long? The man you see before you, Professor Paradox, is nothing but a deceiver, and we should not have taken his word for true. He truly is a time walker. We've seen enough evidence of this in episodes such as Paradox or Ben Again, but he lies when he says that this is the original timeline. It's not, and I have undeniable proof of that. In the third episode of Ben 10 Omniverse, entitled So Long and Thanks for All the Smoothies, we follow Ben Tennyson and Rook Blanco on the Ship of Legends as they attempt to attain an ancient alien artifact called the Annihilar. Did you know what happens? It detonates and proceeds to destroy the entire universe. With the help of Alien X, Ben is able to restore the universe and save it from complete annihilation. Everything's exactly the same. Everything! Except for two minor details. The first of which, being the more obvious one, is that Mr. Smoothies got a complete makeover that no one ever questioned. How could they? Ben recreated the entire universe. Because of that, there's a quick moment in space-time in which nothing existed except for Alien X. And when he recreated the universe, everything returned to its existence, except for Mr. Smoothie's decorations and the flavor of the grape-flavored smoothie. This, in and of itself, is evidence, one, that it is not the original timeline, but there's even further evidence to that. I recall back to the two-part special, And Then There Were None, and Then There Was Ben. At the end of And Then There Were None, all the Bens in their respective universes, with the exception of No Watch Ben, are eliminated from reality after Vilgax sets off a Chronosapien time bomb in No Watch Ben's dimension. No Watch Ben is then picked up by the liar himself, Professor Paradox, and brought outside of the time stream as they watch the multiverse get erased. The only option?
Go back to where it all began, at the beginning.
And that leads into And Then There Was Ben, in which No Watch Ben resets the timeline by setting the events to the classic episode And Then There Were 10 into motion. But here's the thing, this means No Watch Ben started the timeline of this Ben Tennyson and most of the other ones, as he was the one that caused the Omnitrix to be directed to them. None of them can be the true Ben Tennyson!
Time to restore the trunk of the tree.
Yes, it is time to restore the trunk of the tree, the rightful trunk of the tree. And how do we do that?
So many different ways to tell a story, but that's what makes them so interesting. You can never predict how they're going to turn out. Shall we?
We shall. The true timeline of Ben Tennyson is none other than the reboot. You see, we know Reboot Ben is Ben 10 Prime because of just how heroic he is. I mean, he saves the farm mutants in once, He stopped a robbery, and he's truly heroic. And I don't need more examples. But he is far more heroic than any of those other Ben Tennysons, especially that fake Prime Tennyson. Not only that, but unlike that has-been, we have no idea how this Ben's timeline starts. We have no idea in which way he came into contact with the Omnitrix. Why? Because of bad writing, of course! Because Cartoon Network doesn't care about introducing a new audience to a new timeline! Because we simply don't need to know. We, as faithful viewers of the Ben 10 franchise, should be able to imagine our own version of And Then There Were 10. And for the children who are joining or are new to the franchise, it adds a sense of mystery to this charming and intelligent program. With that said, the proof is in the goop game. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to patron supporters for actually funding this, and we hope to see you again for the next Animation Galaxy video.